first known as the Meadowlands. EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And a strong start on the ground. He'll get 7 on the game's first play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, no chance to get rid of that ball. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
3rd down and 9. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Ready. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. A throw on the move is caught. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And he's in! Touchdown, New York. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll stick with him again. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On the toss, they'll run. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now this time they'll look to throw. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The drive will start on the ground, and that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. Here's a 2nd and 9. Receiver in motion, going right. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Second and 7.
Here we go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Down the right sideline. He is in. Touchdown, Giants. Now Bass to tack on the extra point. It's up and through. And the Giants move out on top 14-0. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw. That's tipped and intercepted. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. He's across midfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Giants are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Now give on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. So second down, and they'll run it. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is how you just keep wearing down a defense. You find yourself with a pretty big lead. Now can they just lean on this run game the rest of the way and close this game out with a win?
Whoa. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
It's first down, and they'll run. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New York. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Giants are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Go! Unlock line! Unlock line!
Up the middle they go. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight! 19 tight!
Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
He is met and dropped. Good defense, loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Space to run inside the 20. They get 18 on that one. First down, Giants.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Slot man in motion left. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Passes kick is good. And the Giants going to tack on 3 more. Extending the lead here late in the first half.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll look to throw again. That one a bit high, but it's complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
A gain of 12. And the Vikings first down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he's in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and he forgoes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little bit further before they head to the locker room. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go. Mustang 19. Set, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll go right and find his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Woo! Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
And he'll be taken down. All resting on the 9. First down and goal. Here's a run. A short game. Down to the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Go, Reed. Go. Hut.
They'll go with him again. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. 2nd touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. Pass's kick is good. And the Giants add on to their already sizable lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Now, faking the give. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you were just going to have one of those days. And I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Let's go now.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
This is a great example of why it's so critical that on defense, everybody does their job. You got a free hit blitzer coming right at the quarterback, but because they don't contain him in the pocket, they allow him to escape, and it doesn't allow that blitz to get home.
And on third down, that ball incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
A 53-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. High throw, but it's reeled in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll throw out of the gun. Quickly to the outside and complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They send the tight end in motion. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Elliott's kick is good. And the Vikings will cut into that lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the... Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, But sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Vikings 9.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Ready, ready, go!
He'll look to throw. And more of the same. Another interception. Into space. He's inside the 40. Inside the 10. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Giants. Pass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants stretch things out even further. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Right back to the air following that pick 6. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Mims sent in motion here. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. On play action, and he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
He'll try the right side this time. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. Third and 5.
Hey, check that.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
The running back is in the ball carrier. Mason Smith on the tackle. A gain of 4. Brings up 4th down and 1.
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Giants will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll let one go down the middle. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, New York. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick 6.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick 6 here in the fourth quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down.
Now they'll set up to throw. He connects with Mims. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33. They put Wilson in motion. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done. And with an open date